Hello, family. Welcome back to Mobby's Nursery. How's everybody doing? I just wanted to come on and pray that everybody have had a wonderful weekend. Happy Sunday to everybody. I just wanted to come on and just make a video. I'm still going through the cleanup adventure with all the baby stuff, so I'm cleaning up some piles that I have. This stuff right here, I've bought so much stuff. The doll room just did not have the capacity of keeping up with all the clothes and different things like that. So I am going to find, here's like a little sweater that I had on one of the babies. So I'm just kind of cleaning out this little, I'm going to show you guys this little baby lay thing that I had. I probably had to make a different separate video for it, but we'll probably be wearing this on Easter. One of the girls has still got the tag on it. And I know this came from Once Upon a Child. It's the Kula Baby newborn. I got it for $2.50. So I am just kind of going through the clothes and folding, hanging. Just trying to find a little place for it. This is stuff that I have ordered, oh my gosh, like maybe a year or 2 years ago. I think these are like tote bags, I think. I never even opened them, and I think I got these off of Temu. No. I remember what these are. These are the bags that go on the back of your seat in the car, like storage bags where the kids can hang their, put their cups and their iPads or, Kindles, whatever they may have carrying with them. So that's what these are. These go on the back of the seat. I just never used them, so they're still in the pack. They came two in a pack. And this is a black one. And then here's a pink one that I got. So if you can see the pockets on there, it straps onto the back seat, the driver's seat, and the passenger seat. And it's got the cup holder and iPad or whatever, the Kindle device, whatever device you might have. It even might have a little section for a cell phone holder. I'm not sure. But I got one in pink and one in black, one for my daughter and one for my son. I just never opened them. So I just placed them back in the package. Little package right here. Yeah, so I just wanted to come on and say, hey, you guys, I'm still here. Just kind of trying to get things tidied up a little bit, Now that my mom is doing well and in her home and stuff, it made room for me to get some things done that I needed to get done. And that's just pretty much organize the babies, the ones that I have left in my nursery. And I'm trying to get the clothes organized and organize the shoes, the toys, all these things. So God has been very good to me, to us. And I'm just kind of piddling around. I helped my mom do some things in her home yesterday. Get little decorations and different things that she wanted. And, just kind of helped out around the house on yesterday. Me and my grandbaby, we went and did a little shopping. Here's a cute little jacket. And this also is from Once Upon a Child. And it's got the hoodie on it. Got the red and black kind of checker stripes and the little teddy bear right there. But, yeah, me and my grandbaby, we went and did a little shopping yesterday. Picked up a few things and stopped and had lunch. And then back to Grandma's house we went. And, oh, here's a body. I'm thinking, I don't know which one this is too, but I think I got sent a couple of extra bodies. So I think I got about 3 of these, but different sizes. So yeah, this look like for like a 3 to 6 to 9 month baby. So this is an extra body that I had kind of stored away. I normally keep them in a plastic bag, like a Ziploc bag. And then also I have this. All this stuff, I believe, is from Once Upon a Child. This is a pretty white vest. And it looked like it got bunny ears on here. Oh no, it's just a little bow. Just a little bow on the pockets. It has usable pockets. And so yeah, these are the jackets and vests and stuff that I'm going to be hanging in the closet. Okay. So I just put this stuff here. I had a couple of things outside of my doll room. Had a couple of things out there laying in this little bin until I got ready to put it up. So I've been using this weekend pretty much, family, to just get everything together, line everything up, throw away whatever I need to throw away. But it was a blessed week. I pray that you all had a blessed week this past week, and brought your weekend in on a good start, and peace, relaxation, love, you know, just God taking care of and providing each and every one of your needs. That's my prayer for everybody. And a couple little blankets and stuff for the babies. I want to show y'all this baby too that I did. And I don't know if anybody out there ever did it, but I did my baby. I normally use the air dry paint for my the acrylic air dry paint to do my babies, and I tried something different this time. I didn't know it was going to work, but it did. And I think I made another video where I actually used it, but I didn't do. Did I do the whole baby or not? I think I did do it before. But I want to show y'all this baby. I'm in the process of rooting her hair, and I'm gonna tell you guys how I painted her. And I thought it was really, really neat to be able to do it. And I know you can do it on canvas, but I didn't know that you can do it on a doll. So it was kind of timing, you know, time consuming, but it was possible. And I didn't know. So here's a couple, well, here's a little pair of jeans. Almost kind of like the stonewash they used to call back then, little stonewash jeans. So just for a little mini me, one of my little babies. I think these are girl pants, I believe. Yeah. So most of this stuff that I'm showing you guys, it came from, found some bottles. And I believe that this bottle right here came, wait a minute. It came with one of my babies. From, probably from Amazon or Temu. I think this bottle might have came with my twins, Aaliyah and Alana. But yeah, got two little bottles right here. I'm just piddling around, y'all. Just wanted to spend a little time with y'all. I didn't come on here to stay on here long. Some of the hair that I was rooting my dolls with. Some little hair packs. So I got a hair bag for this. That's why I was trying to get to this, and I found the bottle. As I say, you know, when you kind of move your babies around, your bottles get moved around a little bit. So this is some formula. My son, he makes all my bottles. He won't tell his secret though, but you know, because I know when I was making it, like my solution would separate from each other, but he makes like perfect bottles. He won't share a secret though. So this bottle been made for like 3 years, 3.5 years. I got a couple more. I just got to get them all together. I got some right here where I'm cleaning up at, this little pan I'm cleaning up out of. And then I got some already in the nursery. So, yep, my son, he's amazing. Okay, so we got, oh, those are doggy treats. I want the kiddos to have doggy treats. Also, I got, yeah, this is from 2022. Yep, back in September. A little baby birth certificate. A little baby birth certificate. Yep, 2022. I got a folder for that, for the little birth certificates in a Ziploc bag. Yep, so no wild adventures this week. My week has been blessed. It was blessed, and it was very productive. And yeah, my week was very productive and real peaceful, real peaceful. I just been sitting back, just trying to take care of me and get some things done around the house. Like doing my floors, and I did my cabinet with my Barbie dolls. The only thing I want to do a video with you guys, but the only thing I don't know if I need to wait or not, because I do have a light in my living room. I could probably just turn my light on, figure out how to turn my camera light on my phone while I'm recording. I still don't know how to do that yet. At least I don't think I do. But show you guys my cabinet. I wanted to do run some LED lights on the inside of there so it could be lit up like in the night at nighttime. But I haven't got a chance to do that yet. So I'm trying to work some things out, God willing, and trying to work some things out and get that video going for you guys. I just been resting. I just been chilling out, Haven't been rushing myself into anything. And here's some little khaki pants for the babies. But these are boys. This is a child of mine, Carter, 0 to 3. Yep, 0 to 3 months. Little khaki pants. So I'll set these off to the side right here. And here goes some Minnie Mouse. Little joggers. I think those are cute. I'll put those in the girls' pile. And then we have, what is this? Are these considered baby shark? Baby shark, This is a boy's t-shirt. Yeah, baby shark 0 to 3. Baby shark t-shirt. We'll put that right here with the boy pants. And this right here is what I've been looking for. So I don't know how this got separated, but I believe I showed you guys in a couple of videos back the hat. I think it was the hat and the pants, and I didn't know where the shirt is, but here's the shirt. So I'm going to try to get these together immediately, back together after the video. Yeah, I believe I showed you guys the hat when I did the shoe video. So, yeah, I'm going to put that over there. Make sure I put the hat with it. You know what? Matter of fact, I don't think that shirt came with pants. That's probably what it is. But I think I shared the hat with you guys. It was just in my pile. A little pink, cute little pink pair of pants. With the little ruffles at the booty. And I know I need to change Samaj. I need to change Cayenne. I need to pretty much change all my babies. So, Lord's will, I'll get around to that point, too. Okay. So, yeah, there has been, like, a whole lot of stuff going on in the world, in the neighborhoods. I look around, and I'm not trying to be extra super spiritual or none of that stuff. But, in the Word of God, God said that people's hearts are going to wax cold. And people are going to turn away from the faith and become lovers of things rather than lovers of God. And, everything that God has spoken is coming to pass. I say it all the time, not in every video, but it's just like what I've been experiencing and stuff out here, just driving back and forth to work, it's just like people are like becoming so heartless and, less caring for other people, the welfare of other people. And, it's like a discard for human life and humanity. And it's so concerning. We are not people that can do a whole lot about, somebody else's actions and different things like that. But, we within ourselves, I think we could just like try to be considerate of each other, because it's scary. It is so scary out here. And, seeing so many people, get hurt and hurt each other, and, the way people carry on about themselves, and, the way people talk to you and look at you and fly past you in their car. Last month I had an incident where a young lady, I don't know how many people she had in her car, but, she was driving like really fast, and I had my daughter in the passenger seat of my van, and I was getting ready to take her to praise dance practice. So, we leave out. We was running maybe probably about 5 to 7 minutes late. I had to wait on her to get herself prepared after school and stuff like that. So I got off of work and I told her, I said, hey, I'm outside, come on, and, let's get ready to go so we can be on time. Well, a couple of minutes ran over and stuff like that. So we taking our time, we getting up the road and stuff like that. And this young lady comes by, just driving really, really fast. And I'm in the left-hand lane. She's right coming up the right-hand lane. So I'm right here. She's coming up this way. I just happened to look in my mirror. And I said, oh, my God, just to myself, I didn't want to startle my daughter. And I'm like, that person, whoever driving that car, is driving too fast. So I'm like, okay. So I just, braced myself. And I was like, okay, my mental went towards my daughter, protecting my daughter. So lo and behold, the traffic in front of her stopped. So you could see her go forward like this. And then she went to switch over into the left-hand lane. I laid on my horn. I blew my horn like, hey, I'm right here. Don't switch over. So she immediately brought her car back over and just like had to just stop. Okay. So by that time, the light, the traffic, whatever, turn. I'm proceeding on. I'm like, thank you, Jesus, that she didn't slam into the car, because if she would have slammed into my car, it would have hit on my daughter's side. And so, I proceeded on up to the light. We still taking our time and everything like that. And I've always told my kids, if you late, you're going to be late. Wherever you're going, it's still going to be there when you get there. It's not going to get up and walk away, none of that stuff, So I said, if you're already late, don't rush, don't do none of that stuff, take your time. And so just because I blew my horn to keep her from running into my car, she sped up right before we got to the traffic light. And she started throwing all this trash out of her car. She hit my car with pop cans and bottles, whatever she threw out of that car, water bottles, pop cans, whatever. She started tossing stuff out of her driver window, calling me all kind of names and be this, you be that, and blah, blah, blah. And, she messed up the side of my van with whatever she hit it with. And then she had just enough time to cut over into the right-hand lane, stopped at the red light. So I'm right behind her. And she opened up her driver door and continued to throw trash. Pop cans, water bottles, pizza boxes, whatever, you name it. Whatever she had in her car, that's what she threw at my car. So all this stuff is splashing up on my windshield. She stuff hit the hood of my car, and, just stuff all in the street. And, she just pulled on off, and, as she's calling me all these, extra names and stuff. And I was just like, wow, because it was just like a prayer, and it's like I had to stop and think, because a response really wasn't needed, because I had to balance myself out and like really, really search myself, because first of all, I have to know who I represent, right? And then second of all, I had my child in the car. And all kind of things like quickly went through my head, but I was like, nope. I'm like, the example had to be shown to my daughter. I pray to God that she don't never have to experience anything like that in life. But, who knows what the world is going to be like 10 years, 5, 10 years from now. You know what I mean? So I held my composure, did what I had to do, you know, called and made the report and stuff like that. And I went on and got her to practice safely. But that's what I'm talking about, the total disregard for humanity. Like, why would you throw trash? She has so much trash in her car. I mean, a person would think that her car is just filthy, just a trash can or whatever. But I mean, she was just kept on tossing stuff, just throwing stuff at my windshield, throwing stuff at my hood. Now, mind you, she's in front of me, and she's literally leaning out her car door, looking back, tossing stuff. I mean, literally taking her right arm and throwing stuff on my car. And so I'm just like, God, you know, this is crazy. You know, I hate that my daughter had to experience that. But, you know, me as a driver, driving for a living, I'm out here and I see a whole lot of different stuff, you know. And then, you know, for it to happen to me, I see other people, you know, getting into it and different stuff like that. And, you know, for it to happen to me with my daughter in the car and stuff, you know, I come home and I tell them stories, and I tell them all the time, you know, be aware of your surrounding and stuff like that. Every reaction don't deserve a reaction, you know. And so that was an experience for me, you know, for the first time. I was shocked, but I wasn't shocked. But I'm glad that God had helped me to maintain and, you know, keep my composure, not only for my daughter, but, you know, for his glory and stuff like that. Because when you act like that towards people, you know, I don't know if she was having a bad day or whatever the case may be, but all of that happened because I blew my horn so that she wouldn't slam into my passenger side, you know, and hurt my daughter, you know. And that's the response I got, you know, hey, you blowing at me, whatever, da, da, da. And she might not even have been mentally sane to even comprehend the fact that if she would have switched over real quick when she started to, and nobody intervened in that, you know, then it would have been an accident, you know. So maybe she didn't have that capacity. I don't know. But I mean, I was like, Lord, I'm like, thank you for not allowing that to happen, you know, to protect me and my child. So, you know, and that's why I always tell my kids too, like, wear your seatbelts, strap up, you know, with the skills and stuff that I have from driving, you know, my driving career, you know, I know to keep my brake covered at all times. I don't care where I'm at. I don't care 35, 45, 55 miles an hour, any intersections, stop signs. I keep my brake covered. You know, it don't make me perfect, like I'm a perfect driver and stuff like that, but you know, with my training, you know, sometimes, and, you know, a lot of times I just be like, thank you, Jesus, you know. And I be seeing God show up on them corners and through them red lights, them stop signs and stuff like that. God shows up, and not only for me, but for other people, you know. And I've been seeing some near hits and some misses, you know. And I always thank him for his presence. But I'm not going to drag this video out, family. You know, I just, you know, different things that you know, I experience out here. You know, I don't get on here all the time, you know, sharing a lot of stuff that I go through or experience with, you know, mankind, with human. I don't know if people are human anymore or not, but it's kind of hard to tell. You got people out here that have good hearts, and then you have people out here with dark hearts, and they just don't care. They just don't care. So last but not least, family, I'm going to show y'all this too. And I'm going to vacuum. I got all this stuff. But I bought this right here from Walmart. And I thought this was really, really cute for one of the babies that I bought on Amazon. But I went, because I didn't have nothing to lay her in, I went and got this from Walmart. And I laid a blanket. I got this. And I bought her a blanket. I bought a pretty little blanket to lay in there. I just think it went with kind of like fall colors and stuff. So I'm not going to throw this away. I'm just going to reposition this blanket, fold it and put it back down in here. And just get it ready for one of the babies. I don't know which one. I might put the other one back in there. But I bought her a chair. One of them little white fluffy seats. One of the I think the photo prop chairs, the photo chairs. It's got all the fur around it. I bought her one of those, so that's why I took her out of this one right here. Yep, so I'm just going through stuff and so I can put the clothes up. I put this in my hair bag. Just folding up the clothes. Everything is clean and washed. I just needed like a little extra space, you know. I just needed a little extra space to get this stuff done. And look at Samaj over here playing with her phone. She over here playing with her phone, family. Y'all see her? She playing with her little cell phone. Yep, she got up early this morning. Yep, she got up early this morning wanting to play. I'm like, girl. It's like, we got to say our prayers and get some breakfast. So, yeah, we got some breakfast. And she sat down and ate her little breakfast. Hey, thank you, Mommy. I'm like, you're welcome. Yeah, so I just wanted to come on and share a little bit with you guys. Look, so I got a whole bag over here, family. I'm sitting on my daughter's floor in her bedroom. And because I'm trying to get the nursery together. I'm breaking everything down and redoing everything. And with the babies that I have left, I can't do it on video, maybe some of it, but I mean, just strip them down and, wash them and stuff like that. Because they've had the same clothes on since probably about Christmas, Thanksgiving, Christmas last year. So I want to take off, a lot of the stuff, their clothes, and wash them down, just freshen them up and stuff like that. But I wouldn't make that a whole video. I would probably just do just a few of them on camera and then continue the rest. Because then I'm going to have to go downstairs and start the washer and put all their clothes in the washing machine. So I do want to share that too, just a little bit at a time, family. I don't get a chance to come on here every day, but I thank God when I do get a chance to come on and see you guys and have a little chit chat and things like that. So I am working on some things, and some things I just do off camera. You get in that mode, you have that energy, and you say, okay, let me go for it. And, you go for it. That's a lot of times I'll be wanting to stop and put the camera on and stuff like that. But, sometimes I just do it on my private time. And I am sitting up here watching Marisol. Let me tell you, she got some beautiful babies. She has some beautiful babies. I'll be wanting to reach through that TV and grab me a couple. Like, Marisol, I want this one, this one, this one. I've been watching her videos pretty much all morning. I did leave out this morning because my son wasn't feeling good since yesterday. So whatever this virus is going on out here and stuff like that. Yeah, just make sure you guys keep your kids covered up and, prepared for the weather and stuff like that. And my son is like hot nature, so like he's still trying to wear shorts and all that stuff in the cold weather. And, he'll have like a big pullover on or something like that, to keep him warm. But he be wanting to wear them shorts and wear his Crocs and stuff like that. And I'm like, look, boy, put you on some shoes, put you some pants on. You got plenty of joggers and stuff like that. But he hot natured, and he just put enough on just to, break the chill. But I told him, I said, when the weather changed like that, going in from the summer to the fall, you got 70-degree days, you got 30-degree, 40-degree, and then it jumps back up. So you just, you got to kind of keep yourself covered up to protect your body from the weather. And I try to also make sure between summer and fall, when school start, I start giving them, I love Robitussin. Robitussin works really, really good for my kids. And I try to just make sure that they're taking, a scoop every now and then, a little spoonful every now and then, not every day. I don't think it's good to give kids cough medicine every day, but just to get it in their system, and it seems to help. So, yeah, after I fed Samaj and stuff like that, we were at Children's for a while, because he really wasn't feeling good. And so he's just been doing a lot of sleeping since we've been home. So after I make this video and get some things together, I'll go down and check on him. And I'm going to stop this video because it's already edging up on 30 minutes. I'm at 29 minutes and 30-something seconds. But listen, you guys, I love you guys. I'm going to start a different video because I still got this whole bag to go through. And I just want to go through it on video. So I pray that you all have a wonderful and blessed Sunday. Hey, let's work on, just everybody, including me, not only loving ourselves, but loving each other, because this is what we need right now. A lot of people are going through, I was on, I guess, watching the shorts and stuff, and different people's story and different people's, trials and things that they've gone through, experiences and stuff, losing a child, child being in the hospital, women fighting stage 4 breast cancer, and, the young lady, the senior that got hit by a car and killed while walking to school. It's a lot of things, and when I see all that stuff, it takes a lot of things off of me. God tells us not to murmur and complain about anything, because we are not in control of nothing, but to be grateful, and in all things, just because there are so many people out here with bigger issues, and they're dealing with things far more than what I am. And it just kind of makes me kick back, and just it puts me in a prayer position, because had I not went on those shorts, things go on each and every day all across the world, and it's things that we don't know of. I'm not a big news watcher or nothing like that, and I'm gonna get off of here because I'm 31 minutes in. But I'm not a big news watcher, but I appreciate the I guess the shorts, the TikTok or whatever, the shorts. Um, and, because I looked at some stories today, people, kids being shot and stuff, people, being paralyzed. And, one mom had faith and believed that, God was going to, keep her son breathing. And they was talking about putting a trach in his throat and stuff like that. And just through her faith, she was like, no, just give him a chance to breathe on his own and stuff like that. And they was like, no, just like a back and forth thing. And, for her to hold on to her faith like that, her belief, even after they tried to like press her to, take him off the breathing machine, and put a slit in his throat to put the tube in and stuff like that, she stood on her faith. And even though her son didn't survive, I guess like maybe another 6 months or whatever, he lived and stuff like that. But then he passed, and she stood in there. She trusted God in everything, even though he didn't survive, and stuff like that. It brings me down to my knees, if I'm not on my knees already, to pray for that family, for strength and all that stuff, for God to restore, for her to recover, and the broken heart, the grief, all these things that we suffer, and we pay out here, and we go through. And I'm grateful. I'm so grateful, and I pray for those families. The stories that I seen today and stuff like that, that God may strengthen, people kids, sons coming out of prison and stuff like that, and their moms passing. And it's so many stories out here that are just, they're heartbreaking, and that's what we have. We have to have a heart to have empathy and sympathy for other people, because it just doesn't matter. Like, you go through certain things in life, you want, especially if you're on social media and stuff like that, and even if you're not on social media, you want people to have that same compassion for you and what you're going through. You want people to, I'm talking about real prayer warriors. I'm not talking about somebody say, oh girl, I'll be praying for you, and then they speak all manner of evil against me. So I don't need those type of prayers. I'm talking about those that are grounded in God, planted, rooted in God, trust and believe in the power of prayer, and know the words that God give them from him to their heart to speak a word for me, a prayer for me. Those are the prayers that I want. I don't want just anybody praying for me, because everybody can't pray. But, that's what we need. We need more compassion in the world, because the world is just evil. You don't have everybody in evil in the earth, but it's plenty of them, and but I just thank you guys. Let's just, love on each other, pray for each other, be good to each other, and just, be, when somebody is down, just, be that shoulder, be that phone call, be that text message to prayerfully, bring about a better day for your loved one, friend, family, whoever it may be, your YouTube family, whatever. So with that being said, I love you guys. You guys hang in there. Any manner of sickness and disease that is filling your body, we ask God to remove it in the name of Jesus. Any financial burden, we ask God to bless you with a financial blessing, no matter where it's going to come from. God is able to do all things, sick and afflicting your body, your children, healing from the adult to the child to whoever's in your family, any and all manner of sickness, disease. I'm talking about the adult, children, whoever. That God remove those things. And, you know, I pray, for anybody that is struggling on your job and housing and different things like that. I pray for anybody that is homeless, sleeping in their cars, that God will make a way out of no way and bring you out of that car into a home, maybe a 1-bedroom, as long as it's a roof over your head. Praise God, a hotel room, whatever the case may be. I just pray that God will do great and mighty blessings for each and every one of you out there. I know whatever your struggle is, just make sure that you know in your heart that God is able to save and God is able to do exceedingly and abundantly above all that we may ask or think of him. And just trust in him. Trust in him, y'all. We got to trust in him. I'm going to get off here. 36 minutes is too long. Take care. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.